Hello everybody, this is Dino GTO, and we're back again with part 2 of, well, Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005. So, this is the, I still forgot to mention, this is the good version of Most Wanted, not the terrible version from 2012. So, right, what do I want to do first? I think I actually wanted the milestones first this time. Let's see, I'll do the speed ones first, I think. Because speed cameras are pretty easy, and one thing I do remember is this one here, in this car, you cannot do without run-up. So, I'll just give a second while I just get this done. So, I think I'll do all the bounty stuff, then I'll jump into the races. I'll not do, oops, I keep thinking that's Hamburg for some reason. So, what am I going to do? So, I think I want to do all the milestone stuff. And then I'll jump into the races. I'll just do the races I need to do, and then I'll go back while I'm not recording and do all the races that I didn't do, if that makes sense. I think that's probably the best way of doing it, because that way it isn't as boring to watch that way, I think. So yep, that's the first speed camera done. Sweet. And let's go on to the next one. So the main reason you do the speed cameras is purely to get the extra wee bit of bounty. Doesn't really matter too much about the what do you call it? Oh, there's actually a cop there. I 100% thought that was just pointing me towards the speed camera. I can't do the speed camera now anyway, so I may as well actually sit and do this. So 1,000. Why is he going that way? Why did he turn around and go the other direction? What the fuck is he doing? Hey, dumbass, where you at? There you are. Yep. Yeah, I sometimes get confused by these kinds of corners here, because technically you're closer to them if you're like halfway around the corner. I don't know. It's weird sometimes how that shit works, but whatever. So, let's just, I guess, fuck around for a while and try and get all the... Wow, really? That was easy. That didn't take very long at all. Let's see, let's just try and get the cost of state up. So, the best way to get cost of state, as far as I remember, is to both destroy caps and just destroy the scenery around you, because, well... I'm actually in a really good place to do the scenery destruction, pretty much. I can just smash into everything you can. The more you smash into, the more your cost of state goes up, and coincidentally, the more your bounty goes up, so that's just handy, just in general. So, let's see, I'm just going to ram this car here. Oh, if I got busted by level 1 caps, I would be fucking embarrassed there. I actually like went quiet there for a second, I was like, oh no, please don't let that happen. Let's see. I want to get the cost of state done first if I can. Luckily, it seems that hitting every car you hit seems to give you 500, and also there's another cop car. Actually, wait. Hang on. What the hell? Okay, now we're just driving in circles. Let's see. Damn it! That's the one I haven't. Where's the one I haven't hit yet? Okay, that was close. That was like, I actually honestly like thought, oh shit, I fucked it up there for a second. Okay, this is not great. Holy shit. Okay, this is the most I've ever been challenged by the level 1 caps before in this game. So I think I'm going to have to start taking these guys out, and there's actually no pursuit breakers around me. Okay, now I remember why I never go to this area. Oh my god, this is bad. This is bad, and I don't have NOS or anything, so I can't exactly just speed away from them. Right, I need something to get me out of this pursuit, whatever I need to. Right, okay, yeah, that's a good pursuit breaker. Right, so I'll try and just kind of get the rest of the cost of state. Oh my god. Oh, Cap killed himself on me. Ah, right, he killed himself on me, so that's what gave me the rest of the cost of state. I was like, what? Right, okay, so... Yes. I'm always a wee quiet whenever I'm about to hit one of those things there, because, oh, god damn it, it did nothing. I hate that pursuit breaker, it sucks. Right, I'm going to just do this. I'm going to head down to the right, and I'm going to use the other pursuit breaker, which I'm pretty sure will be a little bit more reliable than that one. And oh my god, there's a lot of them, isn't there? There's 4 of them currently after me, and I've hit most of them. So I'm going to go for this pursuit breaker over here. It actually looks That didn't go as planned. Well, it started one of them, at least, so... my plan was originally just like tap the side of it, hopefully, and just kind of get rid of some of them, but... Okay, thankfully that one, as far as I recall, is pretty good at just getting rid of the cops, so that's handy enough. And let's just run like the fucking wind and get away from them. Right, holy crap, my cost to stay went up quickly. I'm on 44,000 now, I've nearly tripled it. Oh my god, I think there was a cop right there. Right, okay, so I don't care. Let's see. Oh wow, I'm actually really close to getting the bounty done. I have one more camera to do, so that will get me up to the bounty I need. So, this is one thing that has always been great fun about this game here. It's just like gradually earning the bounty and stuff. Like that time, I now know for the future that the speed cameras on the little radar thing on the top of the screen, speed cameras are orange, caps are green. Good to know. I mean, like, how I didn't notice that before, I don't really know. But yeah, so that's the bounty completed. That's awesome. Okay, so bounty and milestones completed. And let's jump into the races. Okay, so what's the fastest ones to do? I don't particularly want to do the lap knockouts. The lap knockouts are annoying. That one there, as far as I remember, is actually pretty quick to do because it's just all straights pretty much. So let's do this. FPS has been a little bit funny, but I am actually currently uploading the video file of the previous episode into Movie Maker as I'm doing this here, and it was taking. I'd left it for about 45 minutes and it got about halfway done. I was just like, fuck it, I could record another episode by the time this is done. And yeah, that's pretty much what I decided to do. So I'm going to try and do maybe, well, depending on how it goes, maybe 2 episodes per week or something like that there. I haven't decided. Like, consider there's 7 days in a week. I feel like maybe one on, say, Monday and one on Friday. I feel like, or well, maybe one Monday, one Thursday or something like that there. Just try and like split it up a little bit. I don't particularly want to just have it in the weekends because like people do shit in the weekends and weekend videos, or yeah, it depends on like what people, what like the weather's like and all when it comes to like weekend videos and all. So this race here, these guys, like something I always find interesting about these older games. I never noticed it until lately. Older games, you only have like 4 racers in a race. I mean, these days, if they were to remake this game today, there would probably be about 12 racers against you. I mean, think about it like that. That's insane. Like just how little racers you were actually against back in the day. It's really fucking weird to think of. But yeah, it's somehow like I don't know how, but they managed to make it feel like, oh yeah, you're constantly under pressure. Like these guys here are currently sticking with me pretty well. So, oh shit. They're sticking with me pretty well, or they're overtaking me as they are now. So they always manage to make it feel intense by having the AI basically scale to you, which is pretty awesome actually. It's a really good way of doing it. Also, one's in a Cobalt and one's in a Volkswagen, right? And then one's in an Audi TT. I'm not entirely sure why the Audi TT is so low rated in this game. It's kind of funny because I mean the Audi TT in comparison to these cars is basically a sports car. Oh jeez. Right. Okay. So let's see. So this is going to be lap 2 here. Now this race is a little longer than I expected. Not gonna lie. But I think I'll just do sprint races after this here, just to get it over with relatively quickly, and then during the gap between this episode and the next episode, I will probably do all the races I didn't do in this episode, just to make sure I have all the money that I can possibly get, and maybe. And I haven't decided what I want to do. Like usually for the first couple of Blacklist racers, I just use their cars, but after a while, I typically wind up buying my own car just to have. Like maybe use one of the Blacklist racers' cars as my race car, and then one as my bounty car. I've actually never really successfully done that, if that makes sense. Like having one car for bounty and one car for racing. Like as soon as you put your car that you're using for bounty into the garage, it starts to lose the heat level it was at. Like the second you put it in the garage, it just starts gradually losing the heat level. And it's really annoying to get it back afterwards, so I just, like, when I was playing this game when I was younger, I would typically just stick with the one car and do everything with it. So, I would typically try and go for a slightly heavier car. Like I've never driven the Elites, and I've actually never driven most of the Mercedes. Actually, have I driven any of the Mercedes? I don't even think, like, the girl Kamikaze, I think her name is, I never got in her Mercedes either, thinking about it. Which is kind of interesting to think about. There's actually a lot of the Blacklist Racer cars I've never driven. Like, typically I do end up getting the Mustang, but the Earl's car I only managed to get once. In all the times I beat the game. I feel like I got the Porsche Cayman every single time. But in regards to the some of the other Blacklist Racer cars, I just haven't been able to get them. So I wonder how that's gonna. Well, I wonder how it's gonna go this time. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get all 15 in one playthrough. Or if they have done it in one playthrough, then they've probably like ripped out their memory card before the game has a chance to save. So yeah, that's an option, but well, not exactly an option for my computer, because I don't particularly want to. Like, I don't know how that would work for a computer. That would probably do some serious damage to your computer. So yeah, actually, mentioning the computer, I think what I want to do some point in the future is I'm going to build a new computer, because this computer, I mentioned it in the previous video, 3.5 years old. That's mental. I hadn't realized the computer was as old as that. And yeah, these days it just doesn't hold up to some of the more modern games. It just can't play them at like. It'll either not run them very well at all. Like, I tried GTA 5 on my computer, trying to get 30 FPS so I can play it, and like as soon as you went into the city, it was alright in the I wanted to call it the Outback there, but the countryside area of GTA 5 it was fine, but as soon as you went into the city, it dipped to about 12 FPS. And I was just like, nah, I can't play the game like this here, because as soon as you drive in, there's something the FPS goes down to about fucking 4. And I was like, nah, fuck that shit, and just kind of went on, and just kind of removed the game from my hard drive, and just went, nah, some point in the future I'll play GTA 5, but I've never, like right now I can't even, like I can open it, but I can't play it, because no matter how low I put the graphics settings, my computer just can't handle it very well at all. It kind of sucks, because I pretty much bought that game when it came out on PC, but I haven't been able to play it because my computer is just not strong enough, not quite strong enough. It was almost at the level, but it was just below it, so it was that sucked. And I was thinking, like, yeah, maybe they exaggerate just a bit, just to make sure that people have at least a certain tier of rig. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to say about it, but yeah. Something I actually didn't know about is, you know, AMD processors? They've actually got a whole new tier to them now. It's like, it used to be the FX series, now it's all about the Ryzen series. I think that's what it's called, RYZEN or something like that there. Like, the only reason why I found out that was even a thing was because of Tech Dragon. Yeah, Tech Dragon making a full-on new rig, and I was actually looking at the stats for his old rig. His old rig was more powerful than the rig I was going to build, if that makes sense. And also, I actually kind of priced, like, the rig I want to go for is probably going to be about, like, I was going to go for an FX 8350, GTX 970, and all the other components from there. Like I'd actually forgotten how expensive RAM and shit was, and things like power supply and all. Power supply is pretty crucial. Like, if I'm going for a power supply again, I'd probably go for 1000 watts, because my current one I think is 650. And if you want to know the stats from my computer, it's FX 6350 Sledgehammer graphics card with the GTX 660 graphics card, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 650 watt power supply. I'm trying to think, what's the other things? There's another thing. I feel like there's always something I'm forgetting about when it comes to computers, like a really essential component that I'm always just forgetting the name of. There's graphics card. Let's see. Well, yeah, but then again, I put like wireless network adapter and all on my computer, so that also adds to the price of it. Like, my computer was about 600-700 quid whenever I built it originally. Like, and whenever you add the components of like the keyboard, the mouse, and all the stuff that I've gone through, it's a lot of money I've spent on this computer. Like, the thing is, like, things like the TV that I use to play the games on, and the keyboard and mouse. The keyboard's still fine for the most part. and the mouse is fine, but the actual computer itself is just getting it's showing its age a little bit, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think like maybe at the end of summertime or something like that, I might think about upgrading it or something, or maybe wait until what is it called, Cyber Monday? I think it's called that. Cyber Monday does like a whole like range of discounts and stuff. Like I hadn't actually realized GTX 970s back when, or well, not 970s, but I think it was like 8. Like I can't remember exactly what the best graphics card at the time was. There was things like the Titan, of course, but those things are over $1,000 to buy. But there were the best GTX Nvidia GTX card was like 350 quid. That card now is like 145 quid or something like that. It's ridiculous how much cheaper it's gotten. It's kind of mental, and honestly, that's like I've been looking at those components, just going, I could make a computer again for the same money I spent before my computer, and my computer would probably be about triple the power. Like it's mental how shit like that there works. Like it's weird how quickly like the technology of computers and stuff advances. Although in terms of processing power and all, like there hasn't been any significant advancing or anything like that there in quite a while, because well, it just hasn't been any kind of like leap forward in like the technology behind them or anything like that there. So it hasn't really progressed that far, but still, like the price reduction just as time goes on is insane. And I even checked like I definitely want to go for an AMD, because AMD they've generally got more processing power, whereas Intel have more focused processing power. Like this general overall more processing power, I think will probably be more my thing, rather than having the more focused processing power. Like as well, that was the case whenever I made my original computer, though, of course. No idea if it's still the case, and I actually forgot there was actually a cop in this race, or else I would have probably saved a couple of milestones, but whatever. Let's see what I want to do. I'm just going to head to the football stadium, because that is literally the sports car. You get me? This thing's a little hatchback. I don't even think it's an Abarth. That's the great thing about it. Oh, really? What the? I hate when shit like that happens, where the cap just kind of like spawns and you're like, well, fuck. See, hopefully that got rid of him. He was beside me. Okay, yeah, he's dead. So let's just go around. See, I'm actually really close to heat level 2. Probably should have just gotten up to that there just to have it there, because heat level 2 makes it a lot easier to get like just get stuff in general. And wait, that's done. I think I have one more race to do. So what do I want to do here? I think I might do that. Knockouts are annoying. What's that one there? That's a 3-lap race now. I'll just do that. I'll just do the tool booth. I'm doing a Black Panther now. I'm just doing a tool booth. Is it tall booth or tool booth? I don't know. I feel like it could be either. I don't know. Also, didn't know perfect launches were a thing outside of drag races the entire time I played the game before, and I didn't find out what Speed Breaker was until my 3rd playthrough. So yeah, Speed Breaker makes the game a lot easier if you don't know. Like just being able to like position your car correctly for roadblocks and stuff later on in the game, it helps a lot. But I had no idea that was even a thing whenever I was originally playing through the game. It was like, I don't know how I missed that, because I just like never hit that button somehow. And I didn't like, back in the days when the game still came with like manuals and stuff, I never read the manual because I just didn't care. But yeah, there is one thing I have noticed about this game a wee bit, is that they do seem to repeat the same parts of the map sometimes. Like this part of the map here, what they do is, I think they've actually used this track a bunch of times, or they just reverse the direction and maybe like maybe change it so that it takes like one different turn each time, just to make it just to make it kind of seem like it's a different track, although it is the same track. I'm just imagine if they made this game exact same concept, the exact same idea today. First off, there would be minimum 8 racers per race, minimum. The cop cars would be probably Well, they would probably be easier if I'm totally honest, because well, people have gotten a lot less interested in actually being like challenged by games and stuff. So cops would probably have gotten easier, but there would probably be more of them on the screen at once, and there would also be probably more advanced pursuit breakers. There would probably be more cars. Like if you haven't noticed, this game here, there's a pretty distinct lack of traffic for the most part. I mean, most of the roads are just pretty much empty. As you can probably see. Well, although there is some areas like in closer to like the town centers and stuff where there is more cars and stuff, but currently not really, if I'm totally honest. So yeah, let's just finish this, and there's that done. So now I think it's up to Taz, or is it up to Taz? It is up to Taz, right? So let's see. So I have 2 races I haven't done for this guy. I've done all Sonny's things. So yeah, let's jump into the race against this guy. And I think he does like a whole intro thing again. I can't remember. Does it do the intro? Yes it does. Yeah, it does. How the hell could I forget about the intro of this guy and the really loud guitar and like, for some reason there was like one cap that didn't have any kind of lights or anything on, so I was a wee bit confused with that there, wondering like why was it like that. Like, I do think his car looks awesome though. I do like that IS300. Like, the only thing, like, every time I've gotten that car, the only thing I change on it is I change the colour from, like, the puke yellow to more like a silver or something, because I feel like the silver mixed with the red looks fucking awesome. Like, that is, like, the only thing I change on that car, and then it's pretty much perfect from that point on. Like, I don't know why on earth they would choose whatever colour that is. It's like, if that's gold, that is the most rotten gold I've ever seen in my life. Oh. I should really watch where I'm going instead of critiquing this car. Okay, so let's see. Also, I was just thinking, like, if they were to remake this game, like, as I said, exact same concept and all, today, another thing they would probably have is, like, there would be other drivers who are starting from the bottom just like you and trying to beat the blacklist racers, and whenever you could become like blacklist number 15, there are like drivers like follow you up the blacklist, so and they're constantly challenging you to see if they can overtake you in the blacklist. And it would add like a different dimension to the game. I feel like the blacklist was like a living like thing, like it changed constantly, and you didn't just like as soon as you hit like a certain spot in the blacklist, you were just permanently there. Like, you could actually like lose your ranking on the blacklist, but if you weren't winning races versus the other guys who were competing with you, and like the more blacklist racers you beat, there'd be ones that would just like retire and just wouldn't race you anymore, and then there'd be ones that you would continue like racing against and all. And also, something else that would change in this game would be there would be a lot more complex graphics designs and all on the cars. Like, that's one of the most, like, I think his, Sonny's, and Barnes are the most complex designs you see in the game. Well, although thinking about what's his name, Rami's called Aston Martin, as far as I remember, has like a yellow and green color scheme or something. And that thing there is kind of interesting looking. I've actually never got that car either. Thinking about it, never got JV's car either. Never got Webster's car. Never got Ming's car. Huh. Actually, there's actually a lot of cars I've never gotten in this game. That's weird. So I think the highest one I've ever gotten, what's number 7? I think Webster's number 6, if I can remember right. I can't remember. But yeah, I feel like it would have been a good idea if there was like AIs that were like starting at the same position as you, like just off the blacklist, like unranked on the blacklist, and then as you were like going up to the blacklist, there'd be people who would like follow you up the blacklist and challenge you from time to time to see if they could overtake you on the blacklist. And you could like lose your spot and all if you weren't racing well and things like that there. I feel like that would have been really, really cool. It would add like an extra challenge to the game, but I feel like that could also be kind of annoying. Like, I feel like if there were different like modes or stuff or something like that there, I feel like there would probably be like the easy mode where it just didn't happen. It was just like, maybe it'll happen sometimes, but they would happen more rarely on like an easy mode or something like that there. Or maybe like there was like a notoriety, like a statistic or something like that there, and like the more notorious you are, like the more or the less likely you are to be challenged by other people or something like that there. I feel like that could be interesting. But yeah, I feel like just general ideas I got there could be kind of cool if they were to just remake this game. Although, speaking of which, the Need for Speed Payback trailer, if you've seen it, is actually pretty cool. It gave me kind of Fast and Furious and the Crew vibes. Like, it honestly gave me that kind of impression. Like, it was a really, really cool trailer, but like I love the customization. The customization looks fucking awesome. Like, that's the kind of customization we want from Need for Speed. Like, just the nuts shit. Like who would ever expect like a fucking Datsun drag car? And I can't say a fucking thing. What the hell is happening? Oh, there it is. But who would expect like a Datsun drag car as an example? And who would expect like a fucking Chevy Bel Air off-roader? I mean, that's awesome. Like, I love how they went kind of outside the box with the cars. They're in the different roles. Like, they could have easily just made like a muscle, like the Chevy Bel Air, the drag car, and the Datsun, the racer, and then there would have been like a Mitsubishi or something that was like the wow, the weather just changed suddenly there. Did you see that? That was fucking quick. Then it would be like a Mitsubishi or something. That would be like the rally car. I don't know what the runner car is going to be. What the fuck is that going to mean? Is that like the cop car or something? Like, I don't know what that could possibly be. Like, is that going to be like your car for like in the trailer they show them going after like a truck. It's an interesting idea, and I'm trying to think like what could the runner car be? I don't know. Like, there's 5 classes of car. There's the racer, the dragster, the drifter, the off-roader, and then there's the runner. I don't know what that is. Like, I can't think of what that could possibly be other than maybe like the event car, like the special event car, and like not the races, not the drifting or anything like that, just the special event car specifically. I don't know how that's gonna work, so I'm intrigued to see how that works. But yeah, the game's still like 5 months away, so I'm probably thinking about it too much right now. Oh yeah, that's done. I actually forgot I was on the second race. But yeah, let's see. So I've unlocked 2 markers from this guy. Watch me not get his car. Watch that happen. Oh, I want his car. I actually want the IS300 because I want to show you what I mean by the car being silver and being awesome looking. Oh, thank fuck. Oh god, I was actually honestly like thinking, oh no, if I don't get his car, I'll be really annoyed. But yeah, no, it's this guy. I have only gotten his car, I think, twice. I have never gotten him more. Well, most of the time I actually don't get his car. It's interesting. Yeah, I just completely skipped his bio there. I just realized I totally forgot about it. And then this guy's got like the ultra like heavy metal fucking music. Fucking hell, it's really fucking loud. And then he's got the steering wheel behind him, and yeah, he's like steering wheel handing up to him. It's like okay. And he has an interesting looking car. I feel like the wheels are rotten. That's the one thing I hate about his car. The wheels are. I don't like those type of wheels for some reason. And also, I don't particularly like the piss yellow color pretty much that he has the wheels. So, and then there's another one of these cutscenes here, and then as far as I remember, like somebody random, like you'll see what I'm talking about.
You've been building a rivalry with the cops. The more
I can't remember what this
down
is.
on yourself, the more hype and bounty come your way. So make sure you keep track of your rap sheet.
Well, what do we...
And he suddenly appears from fucking nowhere. Like, why? I actually had never realized how fucking random that was until Black Panther pointed out. Like, why the fuck was he there?
The blacklist is gonna take a lot more than luck.
Was he like starting around the corner? Oh, it's red mouse on screen again.
Well, you never know what might happen, do you?
What, you gonna work this ride too?
Yeah. I don't know what your game is, but I'm gonna find out. You can't ride this sucker's hype forever. And when he burns out, no more free rides. I know you like it.
Shit.
Stay on top of that rap sheet. I gotta go.
I always thought it'd be hilarious if you guys like head stuck in the fucking window. Like, yeah, for some reason I was like I always thought that would be fucking hilarious if that happened. Like, I'm just realizing I'm saying a lot, like a lot, or whatever the fuck I'm saying. I don't know.
Impressed. Daz underestimated
Yep.
you and paid the price. Make sure you never do the same. I'll hook up with you later.
Right. Okay. So I think let's see what the hell's the regs. What is the? I don't even know what that means. Taz put out the challenges, whatever. Let's see. I'm on to him. What's the milestones for this guy? I can't remember. Fast pursuit evasion 5,000. Evade and tag tag with 4 vehicles. Yeah, I'm probably going to need the IS-300 just to do the bounty, but the races, as far as I can remember, are decent enough in terms of difficulty. But yeah, I'm going to actually jump into the IS-300 here for just a wee second. Let's see, what's the button? Nope, it's not that button. Oops. Nope, not that button. There it is. It's left. That's the first time I've gone to the garage. Let's see, I've got the IS-300 and the GTI. I mean, look how much faster these cars are. I mean, for some reason his top speed's amazing. Look how shit my stats are in comparison to theirs. It's amazing. But yeah, I'm just going to show you what I mean. Like, I love this car in silver. I really don't understand why, like, and also I think the car has a great engine sound. Pretty awesome. I'm not sure what this car's like. Does this car sound like that in real life? Because if it does, that's kind of incredible. Let's see. Okay, so visual, paint. Let's see. What's the color I usually go for? It's usually like, I think it's like that color I usually go for. Let's see. What's the showcase button? But yeah, I feel like that looks much cooler, much cleaner than the whatever the fuck color that was previously. I feel like, is it that color or is it this color that I usually go for? That color looks kind of cool, but that's too dark. I think it was this one, yeah. I'll go for this one here, and then I'll just kind of... So how do I can't remember. You got numbers? How's this? Oh, right, no, I don't want to do that. I was trying to think of what the fuck does the numbers do. Let's see. Anything else I want to change? Let's see, just save that, and let's see. What performance-wise have I unlocked? Let's see, so I have race upgrade there, I have race upgrade. It's kind of interesting how race is like the lowest level. I mean, what? Surely it'd be like street or something, seriously? I mean, what the fuck? What's this? Suspension is on the lowest level. That increases handling a lot. I'm not going to do any upgrades to this thing right now because I'm still going to be driving the Punto next episode. But yeah, I just felt like I kind of wanted to show you like what I meant by this car looking a lot nicer in silver than in whatever the fuck that brown color was that the other guy put it into. Yeah, I feel like this looks much nicer. Like silver and red, I always thought that was like kind of a cool combination. Or it could just be me. You may think this is like the most ugly car in the world, but whatever. And let's jump back into my little Pinto, and let's see, let's return to free roam. Let's see, I have 48k cash right now, so that's pretty awesome. I'm actually going to take a quick look at cars that I've unlocked. I want to see how far away the GTO is, mainly. That's honestly the main thing I kind of want to see. Just to see what the hell, what the fuck the blacklist level I need to be at is for the GTO to become unlocked. Like, I have gotten, like, the reason why I used to go for the GTO in the past was because, well, I've only ever actually gone for the GTO once in terms of the actual like full-on game. But the reason I used to go for it is because the GTO, if you've ever played Underground 2, I think the GTO was like the final boss pretty much. But they never really drew any attention to it, so you didn't actually realize until you actually looked into it yourself. Also, it's kind of interesting how this guy, this car here, I think he's like blacklist number 11 or something, or like number 10. Oh no, I think it's like number 11. I think he's before Baron. But yeah, you unlock his car like really early. It's kind of weird. And then there's the RDF4. Then there's the Supra, the Clio, RX-8, CTS. Mustang GT, Evo 8, SL500, and the GTO is actually blacklist number 10, so Baron. That's interesting. Let's see, so then there's Earl, then that's Earl as well, this is Jules. So, it's interesting, you actually seem to unlock the actual blacklist racer's car for the most part. A couple of, wow, the DB9's unlocked at number 7, really? Holy fuck, Ronnie's number 2, I think. What the hell? Or DB7, I think I said, DB9's unlocked at this level. I actually didn't realize that. And the Viper is unlocked 2 levels lower than the actual guy who drives it, and this is unlocked I think at the tier where you unlock the not the Murcielago, the Gallardo. Heng Ming is the Gallardo driver, so I can't remember. Let's see, Webster is actually ahead of the Gallardo. I didn't actually realize that, but yeah, I remember. Yeah, he has the badass Corvette. The Corvette's fucking awesome. I love the Corvette. That version and the C7 I think are my 2 favorite Corvettes. They're fucking awesome looking. There's the Murcielago, and then there's the Ford GT, the SLR McLaren. The SLR McLaren, fucking love that car. It's one of my favourite cars ever. And then there's the Carrera GT, which is also a bit of a beast. Let's see. This thing here, I think it's like, I actually bought this thing in one of my earlier playthroughs, and then I was really stupid, and when I did, what I did was I bought this thing and left myself no money whatsoever to upgrade it. So I was stuck with a car that was, like, going by the stats here, it's amazing, but it was nowhere near quick enough for what I needed it for. So yeah, that was a bit of a fail on my part. I didn't think of it for some reason. I never thought it through. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this episode here before I start doing anything else, because I know for a fact I'm tempted to do it. So I'm going to leave it here, and yeah. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.